Hello everyone, and we are here in the winners match. We have a wonderful match here. It is going to be Korea versus Japan. Dust versus Dust in the top left-hand corner. It's a blue Terran player, PSiArc.
Neither of us definitely didn't steal that from our lovely observer Saber, but in the bottom right-hand corner, the Korea half of the Japan versus Korea, and one half of the Dust. It is the red Terran player, Spear. I love how quickly you just jumped in, and I was like, I don't know if you said me to go first or you go first, but you stole it. You stole all the glory of Saber's like intuitiveness.
Yeah, I know.
Ingenuity.
You said you were going to steal it. I just stayed quiet and went for it. That's how real crime gets done, kids. But either way, Spear's going to be opening things up with.
Don't try this at home.
Expand. Yeah, indeed. Opening things up with a Reaper Expand, whereas PSiArc gets his gas a little earlier, goes for that fast factory, and the Reaper as well. So he's going to be going for the double threat here, with his starting off the aggression-y, scouting-y bit with the Reaper, and then, of course, following it up with some good old factory play.
The aggression-y, scouting-y bit. I love those British mannerisms, Trigger. I love them very much, but I'm enjoying that they're not doing the same thing. It's an aggressive push into more of an economical thing, but actually right here, Reaper will catch the Reaper of PSiArc, and the Hellion's not going to be out for a while, so really that Hellion is the backup to this Reaper to allow it to kill everything, and for now it looks like the Reaper of PSiArc is going to be going to the other base, will probably scout into that natural, may even go up into the main, but I mean for now, even though PSiArc is postured more to be aggressive, I don't know how aggressive he's actually going to be able to be.
Yeah, PSiArc's Reaper control has been pretty sick there to actually make his way around Spear and then get out. Yeah, that was quite something. But now, of course, the full plan is revealed. PSiArc's trying to get some Hellion drop-in action to go down into Spear's Marine line. Whereas Spear, he's just, he wants his economy, man. He's a man who loves his economy. And, actually, Banshees. No, Spear. Spear is the one going for the Reaper drops, and PSiArc, I don't know which order the production tab's in, but yeah, PSiArc going for those fast Banshees.
That's what I thought was going on the whole time, but apparently you thought the opposite. I don't know, but yeah, fast Banshees will be coming out of PSiArc here, and I mean, I think that's going to work out pretty well, especially when PSiArc's Hellions are actually getting to the natural base before even the Hellions of Spear actually got out.
Yeah, I mean, they get in, they kill it from SCV, they get back out again, and that's just fine. This Reaper across the map is going to be getting a crucial scout on the Banshees, as well as killing off an SCV of its own, maybe even two, as it goes a little deeper, and it gets it, kill confirmed. The Reapers, the Hellions even of PSiArc are speeding them home to drive this Reaper away, but that's the third SCV going down now. That is a lot of damage done by that Reaper. Mass repair goes down, and it's going to save their comrades.
But that Reaper right there really pulled back the entire army of PSiArc to not be in the position to defend this as well. I mean, yes, there's probably only enough to defend the ramp, but for now, it looks like the natural base will get pushed off. Banshee of PSiArc is forced to come back to deal with these Hellions, but they've kind of combined with just those 4 kills, have done a decent amount of damage just stopping the economy of PSiArc, making things get pulled and out of the way, and I just need to pull out. The Reaper looks like he's got staple guns. I've always thought that, and I just needed to say that today. The Reaper's got 2 massive staple guns.
Those are some pretty deadly staple guns. For now, PSiArc's moving forward with this Banshee, but of course Spear with the big old scout with that Reaper has missile turrets just everywhere, even getting out a Viking as well, so he should have no trouble whatsoever defending against this Banshee. Cloak is done, and I mean, actually that's an angle. That is a pretty nice angle. The scan goes down though. Oh wow, okay, I did not see that Widowmine there. Very, very nice by Spear. Takes that out. I was gonna say you need 2 Vikings to kill a Banshee with the scan, so Widowmine, perfect position, just behind that refinery as well.
Another beautiful Widowmine placed right outside that refinery will bring the Banshee down to 15 health. And really push. I mean, that almost 100% pushed it back, combined with the missile turret, combined with the Viking, and that's a beautiful defense from Spear.
As the great George W. Bush once said, "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get fooled again." But that's exactly what happened to PSiArc. The same ruse with that Widowmine. took out both his Banshees. Of course,
I
the
don't
second
understand
one
you.
can be repaired back up. But it'll actually be in position to defend this Hellion drop, which would be pretty nice. Shouldn't take too much damage from this, should PSiArc. He's got the siege tank there. Loses one SCV, but really, it's difficult to find an angle. Oh, actually, that's a pretty nice shot. Takes out those 2 SCVs, so 3 SCVs down, and Spear just hops on out of there.
Yeah, it hops on out of there, and actually another SCV is not going to finish that third base. It's going to be really pivotal right here. Spear does not have a third base even being made yet, so just trying to get damage, as much damage as he can done, and oh, barely, beautiful pickup. Even though we were mentioning PSiArc's he's patient with his drops, Spear has some beautiful micro. Both players actually showing phenomenal micro. The Japanese player PSiArc, I mean, kind of just showing his Koreanness in him. It's truly a Korean versus Korean here. As they were saying with, who were the 2 WCS players recently? They're foreigners, and I believe Kalaris was like, this is a Korean versus Korean. It was Snoot versus, oh crap, who was it?
Hydra, Pulp.
Nope, it wasn't. It was Snoot. It was Snoot versus someone else, and I cannot remember them at all. It was only a couple weeks ago, but he was like, "This is a Korean versus Korean. It's not even anything close to foreigners fighting." But now, drop going down to the natural base. A Widowmine does get off on the right-hand side. Another drop. Actually, a Banshee's moving out. But for now, Spear has no intention of taking a third like PSiArc does, and this is going to be it. Does PSiArc actually have enough to defend? He's had enough to defend the drops, but I don't know if he's going to have enough to defend a full-on frontal attack.
Yeah, 2 siege tanks, a formidable force here. Both players, I think both players have a Raven. Yeah, let's see. PSiArc's Raven has a fair amount more energy, but actually neither of them really have enough for 2 Seeker missiles, I don't think. So it doesn't really make much of a difference. Spear moves towards. PSiArc does have 3 siege tanks, and they're in pretty decent position, so it's going to be tough for Spear to actually get an angle here.
Nice.
So he should do just fine in holding this up. Spear sets these siege tanks up nice and far back. Gets the first couple of shots off with his Vikings. Both of them have the Ravens to help with that air support, but Spear has 3 Vikings, so... Oh, no! PSiArc! That is a shame. He wants to try and bait those Vikings in, but in the end, it was he who got baited in. And lose a lot of SCVs. Oh, sorry, a lot of Marines even to those siege tanks.
Finally, the point defense drone going down. That one of those Vikings actually... Did it die? Yeah, no, I think it died. Wasn't sure if the SCVs healed up, but it will die. And right now, both players, even though PSiArc can hold, he cannot move out from this position. Spear's a nice chokehold, and it kind of... And sorry, not even a chokehold. It's more just like he's pushing PSiArc up against a wall right here and keeping him there for now. But actually, both players... Oh, Spear beautifully does siege up in time, though.
Yep, just about, but... Oh, I don't know. I think PSiArc overestimated his overestimated his ability a little there. Spear moving forward, 2 more Vikings. He is looking to really, really crush this air control game. PSiArc's just not ever going to be able to get any kind of vision from anything but scan, and each scan kind of costs money in that weird kind of I'm not using a mule opportunity cost way. But Spear's almost overcommissioned to Vikings here. I think he's now got 7 Vikings out. I think any more would be cutting too much to his medevac production, because already not going to catch back up.
But if Spear can mix in a couple more Ravens, it may be worth it, though, only to defend the Ravens to get the exact damage they want to get done now. And as I was saying, I mean, it's kind of shoving up against a wall from Spear has turned into more of a chokehold. He himself finally taken to third base. He had no inclination with this original attack to take a third base, but finally decided to. And actually, a big attack will be moving to SCV's being pulled.
Yeah, the SCV is going to be coming off the line here to provide PSiArc with his last defense effort, but the Vikings drop down from the skies and rain death in kind of from the ground to the ground on those SCVs, taking out a lot of them, leaving Spear with a 57 to 31 SCV advantage, although PSiArc is going to clean all of this up.
Oh, beautiful, just in range of the refinery right there. And a couple Marines and a tank reinforcing. This is going beautiful right now for Spear. Pushing quite hard, not doing his kind of known for drops, but still PSiArc does have this 1 siege tank on the high ground. If he can move it forward just a little bit, maybe we get some damage, but GG. The last game of the winners match. It's the second game currently. Currently, this player is down 1 game in the bottom left-hand corner of Iron Fortress, representing Dust Gaming and Japan. It is the Blue Terran player, PSiArc.
And his opponent up here in the top left, also playing for Dust Gaming. Doesn't want to do the team kill, but you know what? He just has to. The red Terran player, Spear.
Man, I'm getting really strange pictures for everything. Neither of these players has the Dust Gaming. One is Icy Box and one is EG. I don't know what's going on.
EG.
I don't know what's going on, man. This is strange.
That is weird.
Yeah, it is strange. With both players, I mean, opening up relatively the same. Spear deciding not to go for any wall off at all. And my spidey sense with this is always, at least in PvTs, that means they're going for a lot of early aggression. But I don't know. It's not a ton to say. As you were mentioning though, before this game, is there any notable map architecture features that would kind of come into play with a lot of these siege tank battles, especially like on the third base and fourth bases?
Well, one thing I was going to mention actually, moving on from the wall-off points as well, is PSiArc is putting that wall-off down, which leaves kind of all the production slidey tubes up there a little bit more vulnerable to siege tanks. If you get the siege up on the low ground, you can very easily, and we saw Spear last game was very proactive in securing air control. So he'll have the high ground vision if he follows on with that trend to actually be able to fire up onto the high ground, force away the production, kill off those supply depots, and just be generally annoying.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually think it's a fantastic idea. Just against someone who is walling up, a lot of siege tank damage is possible, especially as you're saying, not only with Spear's proactive air control, but with Spear's proactive, just purely, he likes getting up into the face of his opponent, whether it's by drop or whether it's by siege tank. If it's by drop, then simply if your opponent's in the natural base, it's harder to get up into the main. But for now, we do see PSiArc moving out, has no idea where his opponent is, but will get a correct scout, unlike Spear, who will get a wrong scout for this.
Yeah, Spear having to move all the way around the map before finally identifying where his opponent is. PSiArc also, with the initial SCV scout, did spot the factory, so he's going to have a decent idea of what's coming. And actually is following things up with multiple Reaper production here. And I mean, this is a bit interesting. This is very unusual to see. You do see Reaper cheese, I guess, most commonly in PvT. TVT even. But we'll see what comes out from the factory for Spear. It looks like he's actually just going to use it for add-ons. No, okay, he's done the opposite. Use the barracks for add-ons in the factory. He's going to be producing some Hellions. And now Hellions are pretty good on Reapers.
Yeah, especially with the speed of the Hellions, they can catch up to these Reapers, but it's definitely an interesting decision. Reapers, though, posturing into the main, and actually will get a very nice kill on that command center, and they got a very nice angle, too. The Marines not anywhere where they need to be, only 2 Marines here. The 3 Reapers will eventually overwhelm if the SCVs are not pulled. A couple SCVs killed, but finally, Hellions are here. Ooh, do manage to actually catch one, while in the bottom left-hand corner, did Spear ever get a decent scout? Yes, he actually did get a scout straight into the main.
Yeah, so he knows most of what's going on, and just picking off that one Reaper makes a big difference. Stops these Reapers from being able to just 2-shot the SCVs, brings them up to 3-shotting them. So that's much more kind of reaction time split, because you got the reaction time to actually realize your SCVs are getting shot at, and then you've got to select them, move them away, and the extra time before them dying makes a big difference in the ability to do that. For now, PSiArc's going to be getting his own factory up. He's seen the... actually, there's another Reaper that's joined the first couple. But either way, yeah, PSiArc is going to be getting his own Reaper up. He's seen that Spear's got his natural base, or his natural his second CC, up in his high ground, can move it out to low ground when he wants. But for now, the next kind of little difficulty is going to be with Spear, or for PSiArc, defending these Hellions out of Spear.
Oh, yeah, there is 5 Marines here. Now only 4, but that's not enough for the Hellions. Bunker is not quite down yet. These Marines need to retreat as fast as they can to this bunker, and interestingly enough, they're being pretty ballsy, actually, here. Yeah, they need to retreat in that bunker, but for now, I mean, PSiArc is going to be okay. Getting out a siege tank, almost has starports ready, while on the other side of the map, Spear already has a starport and is almost getting a medevac, and he's getting ready to drop, as we mentioned before. He loves his drops and plays a quite good Korean style. I mean, it's almost just the Korean Terran style. You good at drops, period.
Yeah, generally. I mean, I would say if you ask most Terrans what their favorite thing about Terran is, it's probably going to be drops. Because they're certainly most players' least favorite thing about playing against Terran, and it generally seems to work that way sometimes.
It just makes me happy inside. Like, I feel good.
Yeah, well,
I'm strange.
I don't know. You are, I guess, the exception that proves the rule. But either way, PSiArc very late. I guess no. Actually, this is not that late still, but pretty late for TUT.
It's gonna be very late though, just to deal with this army actually. And PSiArc doesn't even have that many Marines. But finally, Hellions in the main Viking beautifully will push that medevac off though.
Yeah, but the Hellions actually get into the middle line. Couple shots off here. The drones, the SCVs are being pulled. Kind of surprise. Depot gets built just to block them off. The Terran force field, building buildings. And yeah, Spear's looking for an angle. He's going to try and get into the natural. It's going to be a bit difficult, but PSiArc does have that little wall off here. He's going to try and block off the last extra bit of it. The medevac for Spear is still there, ready to provide a hot pickup. And it looks like he's going to come in for that now. 3 Hellions are going to escape with their lives, and solid damage done there by Spear.
Even worse is right now, that has pulled the entire, I mean, just not the entire army, but the siege tank of PSiArc completely out of position, and Spear's going to be able to push into this bunker very easily. There is only 1 siege tank, and it's not even close to the edge to be able to do this, and there's no air control right now. PSiArc finally does bring that Viking back up, but Spear's going to be able to shell that as long as he wants it. It does have to be salvaged, but there's honestly very little for PSiArc right here. Now there's finally 2 siege tanks, but Spear's shown he's good at breaking this.
Yeah, he has shown a kind of consummate ability in the previous game. An extra hit gets off from PSiArc's Viking, so that's a big change from the last time. Last time Spear had basically uncontested air control. This time, PSiArc yeah, the Hellions are back, but they're going to be going away again fairly shortly. I think these Marines even able to shell down them from the high ground, take another one out, and yeah, Spear. A few tanks get into a bit of an edgy position here, but they are going to be able to take out this siege tank very quickly before the SUVs can get to it to repair it. So nice little win there for Spear, and this is a great position to have secured because it really locks down a lot of PSiArc's natural choke. Yeah, precisely, and if Spear gets just a little bit farther forward in this, he can deny that ramp right now, but looks like medevac's actually going to go for a nice drop on top of that. Even the Hellion even gets out here, and Spear's taking air control. Like we were just mentioning earlier, that PSiArc kind of had air control here, but not anymore, and PSiArc's actually putting on a lot of production, 2 more racks, and I mean, he's really hoping to get a bio army out, but he just wasn't ready for the very first attack, and simply for Spear, he's just sending units across the map, and he knows, I mean, there's literally no aggression that PSiArc can actually push out across the map on the left-hand side, like any drops or anything, just because of the air control of Spear. Yeah, it's very difficult. Spear's just rallying units across the map as much as he wants. +1 attack coming out from him as well, and just everything he wants to do. PSiArc is going to be trying to get another CC behind this, but first he's actually going to have to drive away Spear, and that's a difficult prospect. It was difficult to see how he can do it in a minute, and actually even, Spear gets the first couple of shots off on the siege tank. The SCVs don't get there in time to repair tank it. Even a few of them go down for their efforts, and Spear, he can just keep bunny hopping forwards. This 1 Viking is providing him that extra 2 range on the siege tanks he needs, even providing a safe zone for the Marines. A first big skirmish comes down, and huge chunks being taken out of PSiArc's army. The SCVs coming off the middle of the line are going to fall in their throats. Spear 4-0s the group, and continues his streak as the reigning champion to move on to the round of 8 in first place from ASL Challenge League Round 16 Group C.
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.